Well, the Lord's blessed us with another day. I'm over here waiting at the food pantry. I don't know, I'm like 5 or 6 in line, but the parking lot's full. They've had some kind of meeting in the building over here next door. I guess it was volunteers or something, I don't know. When I pulled up, I didn't know what was going on, and then Miss Williams, the lady that's always here, they always get here ahead of me. She got out of the car and I asked her, what is going on? And she told me they've had a meeting and they're all in the building. I said, well, Lordy, I thought I done messed up and come at the wrong time. And she was laughing. She said, no, but the parking lot's full. I don't know if that's why people are not stopping. Because they think they think maybe the line is like really, really long. I don't know. But I thought I was going to park way down there on the side. I didn't even think I was going to get a parking place. I kept thinking some of these people might move in a minute, and I want to get over here by the building in the shade. Anyway, if there's anything real exciting that happens, I'm going to let y'all know. Okay, guys, we're on the way home. Texas Monthly was there, and I didn't ask what month the story was going to come out, but they're doing a story on the food bank. So there was a photographer there taking pictures, and I don't know what all, who all he took pictures of, but he was standing at several different angles as I was going through the line, and all the girls that I knew. There was a lot of people there I didn't know. There was a sorority, and there was a lot of people there today, a lot of volunteers, but some of the regulars, I was picking at them about how many pictures he was taking, and apparently they didn't know he was going to be there. So some of them just, have their casual clothes and caps and everything. And I was like, oh my God. So when I got around there where he was on one corner, I said, you didn't take a picture of me, did you? If you did, I'm going to be upset. And he said, no, ma'am, I don't think I got you in a picture. And I said, thank God. I said, I was not prepared to have my picture made for a magazine today. But he was taking a lot of photos, so I don't know. He won't use all of the ones he took anyway. He'll pick out a few to use. But I thought that was interesting that Texas Monthly is what one of the volunteers told me. But if I've told y'all wrong in that, I will find out at some point and let y'all know, or let y'all know what month it's supposed to be in. I'm sure I can find that out. If nothing else, when I go back in 2 weeks. So I will find out in 2 weeks when it'll be published. I don't know, it might be a story, you can look up and see online. Some of those you can, some of them you can't. They make you pay for it. So, I don't know. But if I find out any more detailed information for those of you that might be curious, that might want to see it, it is Hope Food Bank, which y'all will see the name at the beginning of this video on their sign on the building. But this is a branch office out of Tyler, Texas, for the East Texas area. And their funds, I apologize for going towards the sun, but there's nothing I can do about that right now. Their funds were cut, but it hasn't hurt them one bit. They've got other people donating, so it's still, the food's still coming in, so that's a blessing. Oh boy, my clean car is fixing to get it. Look at this. Oh my goodness, I couldn't get over because of that white truck. He was behind me, and when he saw it, he zoomed over beside me, and then I couldn't move over. But it'll be okay. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I'll just pull it out of the garage and let it rain on it and wash it off. But anyway, we'll be home in a couple of miles, and I'm going to show you all my goodies. And then I'm going to take Brinley and Nugget for their evening walk. Y'all, when I got out of the car over there, I sat in the car and waited till it was time to go in. The man, when I walked up, him and his wife was behind me in line. He started sneezing, and it wasn't but a second I started sneezing. And I was telling him, God bless you, God bless you. Then they started, I said, man, it must be something in the air. But I think it's dust. I had to fill my car windshield fluid up today because I have washed this windshield so many times in the last couple of weeks because it gets so dusty. I mean, I want a clean windshield. Whether I'm videoing or not, I want a clean windshield. I've done that since I've started driving. I cannot stand to drive or ride when I get in the car with certain people and their windshield's all dirty. Oh my gosh, y'all, my OCD kicks in, and it's a miserable trip for me. I'd get out and wash it if they'd let me, but you know, some people, it just don't bother. It's just one of those little quirky things with me that if the windshield is dirty and I'm riding in that car, I want it clean. I can't help it. It's like I can go barefooted, but I don't want sand on my feet if I got shoes on. My daddy used to get on to me for that. But when we get home, I'm going to show y'all what we got. Okay, guys, we made it home. Thank the Lord. We got spinach. We got sweet peas. We got corn. We got tomatoes, diced tomatoes. That peanut butter that I really like. Y'all, I go through a lot of peanut butter because I don't eat a lot of meat. So I eat other things to get my protein. Fruit mix, mashed potatoes, box milk, fruit punch drink, pancakes. I make waffles with this pancake mix. I make waffles. We got saltine crackers. And I told that girl it was the last one on the shelf, and she's like, what do you want off this shelf? And I said, oh, the crackers. That's on my grocery list. She got tickled, and she said, well, God bless you. I got English muffins. I may have to make me some egg and cheese sandwiches and put them in the freezer and so I can warm them up. I do better with eating breakfast if it's already cooked like that, because I am not a morning person. So I got a bag of bananas, and that's good because I used my last banana today. I got romaine lettuce, and that's excellent because I just used my last lettuce for lettuce wraps. I got lentils. Y'all, and if you've never tried lentils, you really need to make some lentil soup, and I have a recipe in my playlist, or you need to add a few lentils to your oatmeal or something in the morning. To me, it's kind of like nuts you cook them, and it's kind of like putting nuts in your oatmeal, and you get the extra protein. It's really good. I like it myself. And then this salad, it's all good but this one bad apple right here. But I have apples, so I can replace. But see, the spinach all looks really good. So I can replace the apples. That won't be any, or the grapes. That won't be a problem. So I'll probably eat this for lunch tomorrow. And we got a package of pork chops. So that means I get to get out the Sillamil and rebag these pork chops later this evening or tomorrow. Because I'll never eat that whole package at one time. So I'll put a couple, 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's four packages. So that's 8 meals for me. That's a blessing. That is a blessing. And then we got chocolate covered donuts today, which they never have chocolate covered donuts. So some of these will also get vacuum sealed. And I'll see if the kids want some. We got a pizza. And I guess that's sausage. Usually it's pepperoni, but I believe that's sausage. So that'll also go in the freezer. And I got a loaf of bread, and that'll go in the freezer because I just took my last loaf of bread out of the freezer. So everything I get, I haven't really looked at this to see how this works, but it's a reed diffuser. So I'm assuming you stick this reed down in the top of this jar and it absorbs the scent as it burns. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to use that in the house because of my breathing. But I find burning incense on my porch does not bother me. So this might be something I can use out on the covered porch where I sit in the swing. And if I can't use it, I'll pass it along to one of the kids. I know my son can't breathe it either because of his breathing, his asthma. But some of the nieces or nephews, if I can't personally use it, they'll be able to use it. But I've never seen this before. I don't know anything about it. So I'm going to have to, it says remove the stopper from glass, insert diffuser reed into the filled container. The reeds will then absorb the fragrance. So I'm assuming there's fragrance in here. They did have some refills sitting around this, and for some reason everybody was grabbing the refills. But I think this is what you got to pour the refill in. So I don't know, but they had a bunch sitting around it, and on the bottle it said refill, and this was the last one of these. When I got up there, all that was left was the refill. So I don't know, but I shook it and there's some kind of liquid in it. So hopefully it's filled. If not, it'll be okay. I'll find something and put in it and we'll burn it. Or it'll be a gift. I'll re-gift it. But anyway, this is our food bank haul for today. And y'all can hear me. I'm getting a little... I got that sinus drainage. I kind of sound hoarse. We've got a cold front coming in, and it's been dry for weeks here, and it's so dusty. And that's what I was saying. When I got out on that sidewalk over there, the wind was blowing and all the leaves was coming down the sidewalk. And I told that lady, I said, and those leaves carry dust, because I see it over here when they're falling out of the trees. The air will be real dusty, but it's because the dirt is actually on the leaf. And y'all, until a few years ago, I never thought about that. I never saw it, and I never thought about it as many times as I raked leaves, how dirty a tree gets when it's dusty. So anyway, y'all be blessed. Know you're loved. Jesus loves you more. Y'all come on by and I'm going to give you some donuts.